Welcome, number crunchers. We are here to talk about this app that has really helped me in my weight loss journey. I've just started. It is called the Carbon Diet app. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I am a father of 4. I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I am on this weight loss journey. I'd love to lose about 70 pounds or so. This app has really helped me out so far in the beginning stages of this journey. It is a great app that's very robust, has a lot of features, and I feel like we need to put it all in one place, one tutorial, to really help you get everything you can out of this app. Some of the things I really like about this app is it takes the guesswork out of counting your macros. I think there's a lot of things on the market where you can use it to count your macros. I eat something, I put it in the tracker, it tells me how much I have left. The great thing about this app is it moves with you. It constantly changes. Every week you do a check-in, every week you get new macros based on how your body responded to the previous macros. It has helped out tremendously. It takes the guesswork out of it. I love it. We're gonna get into a lot of the features of this app, some deep dives, some techniques and skills that you can do to really get the most out of this app. Let's go over the costs. So the cost is $9.99 a month. There's a 6 and a 12-month option. So there's really no excuse not to use it. I have been using it and I've already lost 10 pounds. It was pretty effortless. Let's get started. All right, here we are in the app. First thing we need to do is create a diet goal. So we're gonna hit this blue button here, say create diet goal. We're gonna go lose weight on this one. Now here we're gonna put our weight in. So this morning I was 282. And again, I have a big goal of 215 pounds. So that's my big audacious goal. All right, now we have our macro targets. Now we're going to get into the logging of food. This is what you're gonna spend most of your time in the app doing. First of all, we're going to add a food. So let's talk about breakfast. We're gonna go to the search function, and let's say we're gonna have egg whites for breakfast. So we type in egg whites, and then you have what's come up recently, or you can scroll through and find the product that you're looking for. I'm gonna go egg whites. Now, so here we have what the macros are and the portion size. You can manipulate this number here by putting in whatever you want. This little slider will show, or this little menu will take you to what the measurements are. So whether you're doing grams or ounces, and with each product, this little table, this little pull down menu is different. So just keep that in mind. We go here, we add the food, go back to the diary, and here we go. Now I have my egg whites in there. Now on this page, now you've added something to it. You can go look at your calories by what you have remaining, which is what I have clicked right now, or you can go to how much you've consumed, and that's how much you've consumed for the day. Next, I want to go over how to create a custom food. So let's say something you have or are going to want to eat is not in the database. So we're going to go to the plus again, and we're going to go to my foods, and this is how you will make a custom food. Put the name. We can put what one serving is, the serving description, so whether it's grams or servings or just a serving, and now you create the food. If you want to add it to the diary, sure, add food. Now, the next part, let's go to what if you want to add a whole recipe. So I'm going to go and I'm going to show you how to create a recipe. This is kind of handy if you have, especially if you have foods that you have all the time. We're going to go peanut butter and jelly sandwich for our example. Serving amount is 1, serving description is 1 serving. Okay, then we'll go and add our ingredients. Now I've added where all my ingredients are. At the bottom, you'll see that's it all added up. You hit that black bar there, and it'll take you to this page. Double check everything, hit create. Now I add it to the diary. Now I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for every time that I want to have that for lunch. So go and just add it as a single item to our diary. Go back to the diary, boom. Next, we are going to scan an item. This comes in handy all the time because you get a packaged food that has a barcode and you want to add it directly into your diary. So we go to hit the plus button. On the search bar on the right hand side, there are these little, looks like a barcode lines. We're gonna hit that and it brings up this. So there's our thing, our item, this tuna, and then we're gonna flip it over and find the barcode and line it up right to the barcode. Excellent. All right, so now we're gonna use the copy feature. This is a really cool feature if you have the same breakfast or lunch or same meals over and over again. So we can go back to yesterday and say I want to copy yesterday's breakfast. I had the egg whites. So I'm going to hit the 3 dots. I'm going to go to copy breakfast. And then it says, where do you want to copy it to? I want to copy it for breakfast today. So I go to copy and then it's moved it over. See a small icon at the bottom that says coach. It will have a red exclamation point on it. That means today, or it is your turn to your time to check in. So you will go to the check-in screen and then it will tabulate all of your macros that you've entered into the app for the whole week. Then, depending if you are in compliance, which is about 5% of your macro targets, it will go green. Each category, each macro will go green. Now, it'll ask you at the bottom of that screen, were you compliant with this week's macros? Now, you can put yes or no for any week, no matter what. It is advised that you hit all of your macro targets for the week for you to hit compliant. Now, if you get calories and protein green, then I would mark compliant, because those are the 2 most important macros that we are dealing with. If you can hit those, you can go ahead and hit compliant, and then it will go ahead and do its thing. I look at it like it's a test at school. So if I get calories and protein green, well, then I got a B or a C, however you want to look at it. Now, if you get carbohydrates and fats green also, boom, you're going to the A+ category, head of the class for you. So as long as you hit your protein and your calories, go ahead and hit compliant, and it will go ahead and redo your macros for the next week. If you don't hit your goals, your calories and protein goals, then just hit non-compliant and go through the next week and try to do better next week. It will not recalculate your macros unless you say you were compliant. So you don't really want to mess with the app, because if you start to game it and start to say, well, I was really close, but I didn't quite get it, well, then you're going to run into problems. It's going to think your maintenance calories are different than they really are. So it's really important on the compliance thing. It's not the end of the world if you have to put not compliant. You can still lose weight and then hit non-compliant. You can get non-compliant because your calories are too low. I had several weeks where my calories were too low and I wasn't eating enough food. Well, I still lost weight, but it needs to really zero in on how much you're eating so that it can dial down what your maintenance calories are and exactly how much weight you're going to lose. It takes about 4 compliant check-ins for the app to really dial in your maintenance calories. I think I've been doing this about 8 weeks, and I'm about 4 and 4. So I had 4 compliant weeks and 4 non-compliant weeks. I still am on a downward trajectory with my weight, and I'm very happy with it. The problem is the word compliant can be like, oh, did I pass or did I fail? And for some of us more analytical people, it's very hard to say, oh, I didn't get the numbers. Oh, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Do not get down on it. Just get back up, do it again, and keep going. I think that's the underlying point of the story, is to keep going. Don't stop. And I want you to click on part 2 of this video, where I go over a couple of more advanced features and tips and tricks that are not exactly in the rule book as far as how to get the most out of the app. So again, hit for part 2. Look forward to seeing you there.